In this video, we're going to learn how to turn this into a simple animation. So my original idea was just to draw a little chicken because I was just doom scrolling and I saw this really cute plush. So I took about 30 seconds and drew this little doodle right here. And then after a day I figured, why don't I actually try to draw it for real, and ended up drawing this thing. So I did a bit more shading, made it a bit fluffier, a bit more expressive, and I was pretty happy. And then I decided, why don't I animate something for the first time, and I had no idea how to approach this. So I figured I'd try it through Krita and ended up with this little thing. And if you go up here in the top right, click on this, you can switch to animation workspaces, where I found this. And this is the end result, really, which looks a little bit like this, just rotating. It's not framed very well and it's a bit too quick. You can barely see the beak opening, but that's the finished product. Now, in order to animate this in the first place, granted I have no real formal training or teaching or anything, I decided to draw this out first. So I figured 16 frames is a decent amount, and I essentially just drew a sphere, then cut it up into 16 different segments. And essentially this is the base layer that is running through every single frame of my animation, as you can see here. And I basically just planned around this, where if you look closely, the beak is always in that position, depending on the frame. And the eyes are always one before, one after. The little pink, red tuft, the giblets, that's not the right word, is on top at the intersection. And then the wings are at a right angle, with the tail at the exactly opposite position of the beak. And it ends up looking a bit like this, which I'm very happy with. Now, when it came to animating, because I'm drawing on a Samsung tablet, I can't exactly go over to File, Export. It wouldn't be that, it would be File, Render Animation. And then if I want to do it as a video rather than an image sequence, I can't quite figure out how to do this figure here, because if I try this, I can't export it as a video. So what I ended up doing is exporting it as an image sequence, and then I put it into Animation Desk, which you can see here. Now, this is free software, and it essentially allows you to input a sequence of images, and then put it together in a simple animation. Now, this is a limitation that I've had to work with, and it's not ideal, but if anyone knows of any better ways I can animate using Krita, I'd very much like to hear them. because honestly this is really difficult to do. You have to save them as individual images and then import them separately, make sure they're in the right order. Bit of a faff. If anyone could recommend a video to me, I would love to see it. It would make my life so much easier. Now, this wasn't an extremely straightforward process and it was my first time, so I certainly messed up a few times. As you can see here, all of these images are on the side, and the reason for that is because if I create a new page here, I had this selected here, and I essentially rotated it before I started drawing. So whenever these images got saved, they ended up getting saved like that. So moving forward, I'm definitely going to be making sure that it's set up landscape from the beginning, because otherwise everything gets messed up. If you create a GIF from this, so this I saved as a GIF. No, I did. Essentially, it would just be on the side and it would be impossible to rotate as a file. Very frustrating. So remember to align it correctly, but essentially this is my finished product, and I hope everyone had a chance to learn something from this. I'll post more in the future. I'll attempt to do more animations, but to give you a sneak peek into the future, I'm planning on drawing a dragonfly, kind of in this kind of pattern, flowing through a pond, I guess, with reeds in the background. Something for the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And just because I thought I'd add a little bit of a B-roll, here is me attempting to record a little bit for this video. This is my setup. It's a tablet with a stylus and Krita desktop, so I'm a bit limited, but this is essentially how I draw and animate. So I hope you're able to appreciate the limitations I have, but if I can do it, anyone can do it, and I'm going to keep on trying it, hopefully get more complex in the future and implement some actual drawing technique and not Google drawings. But thanks again for watching the video, and I will see you all next time. Thanks, bye.